Hello dear students, welcome to our program for Science 6 primary stage. We have this transformation of water or moving the water inside the plant by a phenomena that called osmosis phenomena. What's meant by osmosis phenomena? Phenomena here, it means what? This osmosis, it means this is transmission of water molecules or water particles through semi-permeable membrane. What's meant by semi-permeable? Semi, it means like. Permeable, it means penetrate or it pass like the door. Anything that inside the door or enter the room through door. So the permeable, it means the door of our cells, or the door of what? Of this type of part of the plant that's called what? That's called semi-permeable membrane. Membrane, it means the cover or the door of the cells, of the plant cell inside the plant. So the osmosis phenomena, it's the transmission. It is a phenomenon that happened in the plant to transmit the water molecules through what? Through semi-permeable membrane from an area of a high concentration of the what? Of these salts inside that's dissolved in water to the area of low concentration inside the plant or inside the root hair. Again, it's very important to know this one. Osmosis phenomena, it's a type of transmission of water molecules through what? Through semi-permeable membrane, and we know this one. But from high concentration of what? We have concentration of juice to low concentration of juice. So the low of concentration inside the root hair, it absorbs. High concentration, it's found in the soil. Low concentration, it's found inside the plant. So the plant, it moves or absorbs these parts or this solution from the soil to make photosynthesis process. It needs these parts. It absorbs water, absorbs carbon dioxide, and absorbs sunlight. Another information about this part, we have selective membrane. What's meant by selective membrane? Membrane, we know it, mister, from the last part. Yes, membrane, it is semi-permeable membrane. It's selective membrane. Its ability of membrane to select some salts to pass and prevent others from passing according to plant needs. Again, selective membrane, it is a type or this is cover of this part or membrane that has ability of selection some salts to pass and prevent others from passing according to the plant needs. So the plant, it needs some kind of salt like zinc or sodium, so it moves it inside. But it doesn't need some kind of bacteria or some kind of fungi, so it moves away from this one. The door will be closed to prevent entrance of these parts. So selective membrane, it means a type of membrane that found inside the cells of the plant, inside the parts of root hair. That's what? That choose what? Choose any type of salt it needs. But any one of these salts that doesn't need it, so the plant, it move it away, doesn't or prevent the entrance of this one to the plant. So in last time, we have the selective membrane. It is ability of the membrane to select some parts or some salts to pass and prevent others from passing according to the plant needs. After that, we have a very important part here. It's photosynthesis process. Which part of photosynthesis process that happened or that's what that made here like this? Which part of these things that happened or that needed by the plant to make photosynthesis process? These parts here, we have many things. What for things do plant need to make food by photosynthesis? This part here, we have sunlight, we have oxygen, we have carbon dioxide, we have nitrogen, we have chlorophyll. What's meant by chlorophyll here? Chlorophyll, it means what? It means the green plant or green part inside the plant, green color of the plant. And inside here we have the soil is mud in brown color, so it has water here. and here we have fertilizers. It's like some kind of salts or mineral salts, and we have some kind of minerals here. So the plant needs what to make its own food by itself? It needs carbon dioxide. Yes, very good. So the carbon dioxide here, it's what? It's one of these things that's happened or that needed by this plant. So here the sunlight, it's right. So here it needs oxygen. No, it is wrong. Oxygen is wrong. Why? Because oxygen, it doesn't need it by the plant. But carbon dioxide here, it is right. Nitrogen, no. I need one type of gas here. So the nitrogen is wrong. But here we have chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, it's found inside the plant itself. So any plant like carrot here, we have carrot and it contains some roots, and here we have the other part of root, and after that on the surface of this soil we have the green parts here, these green parts that contains water that move up like this, okay, many times here or here. But chlorophyll, it's the green matter or green color that found inside the plant. So it needed by the plant to make its own food? Yes, very good. Why? Because it's only part of the plant that makes what? That makes the absorption of sunlight. Here we have the plant or green plant. Green plant, it contains leaves. It contains some kind of flowers, colored part of these leaves. And here, some kind of this one, it has what? It has important part inside the plant. We have some kind of protein, fats, nuclear or nucleic acids, many things of this. This part here in green color, that's called what? That called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, it means some kind of plastids. What's meant by plastids? Green plastids, it makes what? It's a part inside the plant cells of the body of the plant that makes what? That makes the absorption of sunlight. If these green colors or this green part that doesn't contain or doesn't found inside the plant, so it's what? This plant, it needs what? It needs many things like this to make what? To make this plant and or to make the photosynthesis process with, and it doesn't make any photosynthesis process without green parts like this. This is cells and juices. This juice inside the plant. Juice, it contains water and mineral salt and some kind of chlorophyll, parts of cells that move inside the plant cell. So the plant cell, it's the smallest part inside the plant that absorb water and move it like this to reach it to all parts of the body of the plant. Why? Because photosynthesis process, it's happened inside. So here we have some kind of plastid or green plastid that contains many things or parts like tank, like absorption. It makes absorption of what? Absorption of sunlight. These parts or these small parts that found here inside the stroma, stroma it means what? It means some kind of or the part inside what? Inside the plant cell that called the chlorophyll, and it makes the absorption of what? Of the sunlight. This sunlight, it's move inside the chlorophyll and it makes the chlorophyll here to absorb it and change the light energy to many types of things, or to change it into inside the plant into energy, help the plant to make its own food by itself. It's the parts of energy that change it by the light by using a chlorophyll. So the chlorophyll is a material that found in the plant and makes this absorption and produce or help to make what? To make reaction between carbon dioxide and between water to form what? To form carbohydrates. What's meant by carbohydrates? Carbohydrates, it means the type of sugar or chemical material that's formed what? That forms some kind of sugar. This sugar, it's called glucose, fructose, lactose, many things of these parts or these types of sugar that contains what? Contains energy. This NADP or NADP positive or NADPH, it means what? It means the parts or materials of energy that produced by the plant during photosynthesis process. So the photosynthesis process, it makes the plant during this process, it makes the oxygen. Why? Because the oxygen, it will be free from carbon dioxide. It is the source of carbon dioxide, it is the source of oxygen here, and from water also. Why? Because here the water and carbon dioxide, it contains oxygen before the reaction or before photosynthesis process, but after that or after this reaction or chemical change that happened, we have the energy that found here, that like ATP, ADP, NADPH. So this is the type of energy that produced here, like sugar and oxygen. So here we have many types of sugar here that produces from photosynthesis process, and it's used by what? By the animals or insect or any type of living organism to eat this plant to get energy from it. Here we have the electron, and after that we have the photon. Photon, it means what? It means the part or particle of light energy. So the higher energy level, it moves away. This electron moves to the higher energy level, and the photosynthesis process, it make it to produce what? To produce oxygen from water and carbon dioxide, and produce oxygen here, and the electron transfer to make chain, to make the heat energy, to make energy of the plant inside what? Inside or in a form of ATP, ADP. This is what? This is the compounds or particles or molecules of energy inside the cell. So this cell and electron that move away to make what? To make this photosynthesis process, to change this type of energy into another type of compound that produce energy for us. Another thing, we have the shape of lunar eclipse. What's meant by lunar eclipse? Remember this, remember with me. We have lunar eclipse, it means what? It means the shape you have in the exam. If you have the shape like this, what is this one? We have the sun, and we have earth and moon, earth here and moon. Which one or which of these bodies that found between the other bodies? We have the earth is found between moon and sun. So the moon and sun, they are what? They are two bodies in the outer space and the earth between them. So this light energy that comes out from what? From the sun, that makes a shadow. The earth makes shadow on moon. So the earth is found between moon and sun, so we have lunar eclipse. Total lunar eclipse, if they are found or they are exist on the one in. So here the sun and earth and moon. The earth is found here between moon and sun, but in the shadow of earth on moon, so we have the lunar eclipse that's happened. Why? Because earth is larger than the moon in its mass and its volume, so it makes what? It makes shadow on the moon, so it hides the moon from what? From the sunlight. So the sun here is the last part of this sun, okay, that makes production of the sunlight like this and like this. So the earth, it makes shadow of moon to make shadow on the moon to make lunar eclipse. Because what? Because earth is found between moon and sun in one straight line. After that, we have another thing about levers. Levers here, we have many things about levers today. So we can you name these machines below? Yes. Which one is lever? Which one is screw bar? Which one is a screw? Which one is wedge? Okay, wheel and axle. Which one is a screw? It's very easy. This is a screw, right? So which one? It is pulley. Pulley, it means what? It means one type. One type of what? One type of machines or simple machines of levers. That's what that help us to carry the flag in what? On its road. So we have the pulley. Pulley here, it's found here. It is wrong. Which one is pulley here? Pulley is here, right? Why? Because here this is the pulley. Pulley, it means a metal part. It contains what? It's used to carry up anything up. And we have what? We have wheel and axle. Wheel and axle is found here. It's right. Why? This is wheel and we have axle here, okay, to carry up anything also. And we have the wedge. Which one is wedge? Wedge is here. And the last part, we have a lever. What's the name of this lever here? It's crowbar. crowbar here, it means what? It means the fulcrum, and here we have the effort, and the last part it has what? It is the load of our lever, of the first class of lever. After that, we have an exercise about what? About eclipse. Solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. Eclipse is last what? Last few minutes, or several hours, or 1 month. Eclipses last what? Few minutes, it takes few minutes, or several hours, or 1 month. It is what? Few minutes. Why? Because the solar eclipse, it takes 7 minutes and a few seconds. We talk about here in this one, we talk about what? About the solar eclipse. Solar eclipse, it means few minutes. It takes a few minutes and 7 minutes and a few seconds. So the solar eclipse occurs when? Which one of the bodies that comes between space and the earth? So the earth is found here in this question. Concentrate with me very well. The solar eclipse occurs when the space comes between the space and earth. Which one? Here we have the 3 parts. So the solar eclipse, it means moon. It becomes what? Becomes between the sun and the earth. Why? Because moon here in the first, it's found between the sun, so it's covered the light or sunlight from earth. It's covered the sunlight from earth. After that, lunar eclipse occurs when the space comes between space and the moon. Here we have the moon, it's found in the one edge, or it's one of the edges here. So here, this is what? This is the which one of these parts, or which one of these space bodies that found between moon and the other one. So here the lunar eclipse, when the space comes between, which one is found in the middle? We have earth. And here it's found between which part? We have the sun and moon. Again, we have eclipse. It takes few minutes. Few minutes, it means what? It means 7 minutes and a few seconds in the case of solar eclipse. Okay, also we have the lunar eclipse. It takes long time, longer than the solar eclipse, but it takes 2 hours and few minutes, or 40 minutes maximum. So it is not several hours. It is not several hours. Remember this. The eclipses, it takes short time. Short time about what? About few minutes, or 2 hours and 40 minutes. So the solar eclipse occurs when the moon comes out, or comes between the sun and the earth. And the lunar eclipse occurs when the earth becomes between the sun and the moon. Number 4, during eclipse, the sun and moon appears to be what? To be about the same size, because the sun is what? Is 4,400 times farther away from the sun. This is 400, and away from us, and then what? Then the what? Away from the moon. So here we have from what? From the further away from us than the moon. So here, and space times larger than the diameter of moon, it's 400 times. So here, this is about what? About the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse and the moon. So the solar eclipse are what? Are space in any particular place. It's are what? Are rare in any particular place. It's rare. But in the somewhere the earth is about every what? Every 18 months, or 2 weeks, or 30 years. It's about 30 years in the same time, or the same part of what? Of the place on earth planet. First of all, we have the photosynthesis process. What's meant by photosynthesis process? Complete the words equation for the photosynthesis. لو أنا عندي سؤال يجيني يقول لي complete the equation of photosynthesis process, or what's meant by photosynthesis process. Okay, I know this thing very well. So here we have the chlorophyll thing. We have what? We have the chlorophyll here. Chlorophyll, it's found here. It's found in which part? It's found here. Okay, on the arrow. Remember this very well. And we have the light energy in the last part of this arrow. So here we have these two conditions. After that, we have the carbon dioxide start this photosynthesis process, or absorbed by the green matter of the plant, green plant, and we have what? We have this part or water that help the carbon dioxide to make this reaction. So the photosynthesis process, it means what? It means carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of chlorophyll and the presence of sunlight to make what? To make two things. What are they? We have the glucose sugar or starch, and we have oxygen, the last thing about this. So here in last time, photosynthesis process, it's complete the word equation of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide, water, in the presence of chlorophyll, in the presence of sunlight. So this is what? This is produce oxygen and glucose sugar. After that, second part about photosynthesis process inside the leaf. Inside leaf, we have how is inside the leaf of the adapted so that photosynthesis process can take place. Here we have the first part here, we have plastid cell, or this plastid, or this green part that found in the cell or the plant cell, that's called regular shape cell that have lots of what? Lots of chloroplast or chlorophyll material. Most of photosynthesis takes place in this layer. So this layer, it contains green matter here. This is green color that contains or that found in this layer here of the plant leaves. After that, the second one, we have xylem cell. Xylem, it means it has some kind of parts of the wood. Wood, it means xylem. To make what? To allow the water to be transported around the plant. This here, it's xylem. The function of this xylem, it's found in leaf. And we have the xylem, it's found in the roots. So, to make what? To make the, or to allow water to be transported around what? Around the plant. After that, we have spongy cells, okay, that's found inside what? Inside this layer to move the air, and it moves what? It moves the water and juices inside it. And the last part and the important part here, we have stomata. Stomata surrounded by guard cell. This is a stomata. This is stomata, the white part here. And here we have guard cells that found here in this layer. Stomata are tiny holes that's open and close to allow the gases into and out of the leaf. Again, we have the stomata surrounded by the guard cell. This is stomata here. It is the tiny hole that found in this part of the leaf of the plant. These stomata are tiny hole that open and close to allow gases into and out of what? Of the leaf, to make exchange between what? Between the oxygen and the carbon dioxide. During what? During photosynthesis process, the stomata that move the carbon dioxide inside to make what? To make photosynthesis process. Friends, I hope to enjoy your time with us. These questions is very important for you. These parts of our curriculum is very important for revise. Till we meet again in another session about revision. Till we meet again, thank you and goodbye everybody.